The bacon. Visually, it is extremely simple. Basic clothing, simple face, and the iconic bacon-striped hair. It does not attempt to impress anyone. It does not attempt to stand out. It simply exists. When a player sees a bacon hair, the reaction is usually one of three things: confusion, assumption that they are new, or immediate underestimation. It is, in many ways, the most misleading avatar in Roblox. The bacon hair has two identities. One, the true beginner, learning controls, exploring the game, having no idea what is happening. And two, the hidden veteran, a player disguised as simplicity, capable of unexpectedly high skill. This duality makes it unpredictable. The bacon hair is not impressive in appearance, not rich in customization, but extremely valuable in meaning. It is the foundation of every Roblox player's journey. The retro. Now, unlike modern avatars with flashy effects, giant accessories, and questionable fashion decisions, retro avatars choose a different path, a simpler path, a blockier path. Retro avatars are instantly recognizable. They often feature classic blocky proportions, simple colors, no advanced animations, and that unmistakable old Roblox energy. It is minimalism at its purest form. Some would call it outdated. Others would call it legendary. When you see a retro avatar in a modern Roblox server, the reaction is immediate. Wait, is that from 2012? They stand out not because they are loud, but because everything else is. In a world of ultra-detailed characters, the retro avatar feels like a time traveler. The retro avatar does not rely on modern visuals. It relies on nostalgia, on simplicity, on history, and in a platform constantly evolving, that alone makes it stand out. The emo. Unlike bright, colorful, or chaotic avatars, this one takes a different approach, a darker approach, a I have seen things approach. Now, there are two main types. First, the quiet type. They don't talk much. They just exist, observe, and occasionally walk away dramatically. And second, the expressive type. These ones will type things like, "Don't talk to me," and then proceed to follow you for the next 10 minutes anyway. The emo avatar is not about power, not about flexing, not about winning. It is about identity, expression, and mood. The rich. These avatars do not enter a server quietly. They arrive with presence, and usually, accessories that require financial explanation. The rich avatar is instantly recognizable. Common traits include multiple limited items, expensive accessories stacked on top of each other, rare faces or animations, and sometimes effects that make it hard to see the actual character. At this point, fashion becomes secondary, value becomes the main focus. Not all rich avatars are toxic or arrogant. Some are just longtime players who collected items over time. Others simply enjoy customizing heavily, but because of the value they carry, they naturally draw attention. The rich avatar is less about gameplay and more about status. It represents time, effort, trading, or spending. In a way, it is Roblox's version of prestige. The anime. These avatars are heavily inspired by anime culture, and they are instantly recognizable the moment they enter a server, usually before they even speak. Anime avatars often fall into two categories. First, the role-player type. They act out scenes, use dramatic lines, and fully embrace the character energy. Second, the competitive type. These players are usually focused on combat, grinding, or showing off abilities in fighting games. Either way, intensity is guaranteed. The anime avatar is bold, expressive, and highly stylized. It represents creativity pushed to the maximum, sometimes cool, sometimes chaotic, but always recognizable. The troll. Unlike normal players who focus on winning, grinding, or role-playing, the troll avatar has one objective: chaos. The troll avatar is often designed to be intentionally strange. Common traits include ugly or exaggerated faces, random mismatched clothing, tiny or oversized body parts, bright, clashing colors, accessories that make no sense together. Nothing is coordinated. That is the point. Reactions to troll avatars are always mixed. Some players get annoyed, some laugh, some immediately leave the server, but almost everyone remembers them afterward because they made the experience different. The troll avatar is not about fashion, not about power, not about skill. It is about reaction. If it gets a reaction, it has succeeded. The small, at first glance, they might seem harmless, tiny, unassuming, almost easy to overlook. But that is exactly where the confusion begins. Small avatars are usually built using minimal height settings, compact proportions, often simple or cute outfits, sometimes oversized accessories that make them look even smaller. The result is a character that looks like it should not be able to compete in any serious situation, and yet somehow does. Despite their size, small avatars often have surprising advantages. Harder to hit in combat, can fit into small areas, visually harder to track in chaotic fights. What looks like a disadvantage becomes a hidden strength. The small avatar is a perfect example of deception in Roblox. It looks weak, it looks harmless, but it can be unexpectedly powerful. The military. These avatars do not enter a game casually. They arrive with structure, with order, and with the energy of a mission that absolutely nobody asked for. Military avatars are usually very consistent in design. Common traits include camouflage outfits or tactical uniforms, helmets, goggles, or face coverings, utility vests, and gear accessories. Sometimes weapons or military-style props. Everything is designed to look prepared, always prepared, even in a pizza delivery game. Military avatars often behave in very specific ways. They move in formation if in a group, they use formal or structured language, they assign roles in casual games, and they treat every objective like a tactical operation. Even something simple like capturing a flag becomes Operation Secure the Zone. The military avatar is highly organized, role-focused, and fully committed to the aesthetic. It transforms normal gameplay into something that feels structured and serious, even when the game definitely is not.